I bought a drone and rebranded Stealth Surveys. WTF. Welcome back to the channel, folks. If you guys have been wondering where the hell has Michelle been, she's not been doing construction. It's not true. I've been on a new venture, and that is drone surveying. Yes, I bought myself a drone and I've started to do drone surveys. So I thought, why not do a little vlog to keep you guys updated on where I've been and what I've been doing. Drone surveying. It's March, like, WTF. It was 18 degrees and sunny at the weekend, and it's now snowing. Not drone weather. No. Morning, so just arrived at the job. It's a field with a little bit of a hedge and some what look like factories opposite. Got to go and put some ground control points out. Yeah, I've not done a field before, strangely enough. Seems like the easiest jobs, but there's some things to look out for, like power lines, quite low power lines. It's quite windy today. It doesn't say no fly on my app, it just says not great flying conditions, so a little bit kind of hesitant about that. Yeah, just gonna give it a go. That sounds really scary. Yeah, just give it a go. But it's 10 hectares, so I'm gonna see what the flying time is gonna be. And then I need to just give a little bit of thought about where I put my ground control points. A little bit nervous about today's flight just because of the wind. So wish me luck. Okay, I'm just going to set the drone up now. I am actually going to fly the drone before picking up my ground control points. It's a process that I wouldn't normally do in this way. Like, I'd normally get my ground control points, then fly the drone. But because it's windy and I think it's due to get even worse, I just want to get up and get the flights and the photographs as soon as possible. So then I'll whip round afterwards and do the GPS pickups. And then after that, I need to go source a hammer because I forgot my hammer, and put in some stations for the clients so that anyone that comes to the job in the future has some GPS stations to set out and work with. Really hope the wind doesn't kill the job. But that is, I guess, part of drone flying and drone surveying. So we'll see what happens, see if Mother Nature is kind to me. No one's stopped to ask what I'm doing yet, which is always good. General public get very nervous about drone flying, but I have all my certificates and insurance, etc. And I'm not actually near anywhere. There's a main road at the top. Again, you always have to be super careful when flying over roads. But other than that, fingers crossed. I always do fingers crossed. You've always got to finger cross it, just to be sure. Right, so that's mission one complete. I've basically done the top half of this field, and then I'm going to do the bottom half. I split it into two missions, mainly because I just wanted to get that main road bit out of the way. And yeah, just the way the batteries work in switching out batteries. That's what I've done, basically. So now I'm going to move further down the field and make sure that I've got enough overlap, and then get the bottom half of the job. That flight took 16 minutes, which actually wasn't that long. I did a crosshatch survey rather than an area survey, just in case, because I haven't had a chance yet to look at the difference between an area survey and a crosshatch, and actually what that's going to give me in terms of accuracy. So without any testing, I'm just going to go ahead and do what I know works, which is the crosshatch. The wind isn't actually too bad. I think it's died down a little bit, so get this one in the bag and then pick up my ground control points with the GPS kit, and then stations. way now, so I'm going to get my GPS kit out and get the ground control points, and then figure out some best places to put stations. The wind has held up. It has been okay today. We've had a few dramas with wanting to smash the drone when it just doesn't want to take off for the first 15-20 minutes, which seems to be the case with the software. I don't know what it is, but after a few movements eventually get it up in the air. But it's really frustrating because I'm probably losing about an hour of flying time, and you know, being on the job, and time is money, so I need to get to the bottom of that. But all in all, pretty happy with everything that's gone to plan. So yeah, I'm going to get a move on so that this job doesn't become an all-day job. I'd like to get home, get processing it before the end of the day, so move on to some other drawings that I need to finish for some clients. Didn't really talk about GPS signal, but it's pretty good around here. Some factory buildings, but nowhere near. Didn't affect the drone, so I'm hoping it won't affect the GPS. We are connected to the server. So a review of the ground control points, these little helipads, is very good for £7.50. Obviously that depends on whether the drone actually picks them up, which I'm pretty confident it will. What I didn't think through was bringing back the carriers. So I'm not going to have to hold these the whole way around. So when you forget your hammer and you start doing stupid things like trying to smash in a hilty nail with a piece of rock, you get wounded, folks, pretty bad. It's like a blister and instantly like a solid bruise. Looks tiny, but I can assure you that's really painful. So I've got 2 stations down on this side of site, and I want to get over to the other side, which is main road, but I've seen a nice quarry entrance. Nice. Who says that? I've seen a quarry entrance, so that's going to have a footpath and will be a good spot to put another station in. Do I go and get a hammer, or do I see if I can find a rock? No. Hammer, rock. So after that first job in the bag, I then moved on to a job in York the next day. Pretty much the same thing, but very high winds again. Day 2 of surveying. Yes, back on landfill. And over here, we have some hidden compost heaps here and over here. That need surveying with the drone. So that is today's job, and I am going to put my 4x4 to test, see if we can go down this little track up here and over without getting stuck. I've already tried 2 tracks and have got stuck up both. There's just a little bit of standing water on the road, and I think, to be honest with you, I haven't got the best tyres. I put on road tyres because I do predominantly a lot of motorway like driving to jobs. But this job sometimes needs the all-terrain tyres, which I don't have. Wish me luck, because there's no machines on site to pull me out if I get stuck. I hate this bridge. It's got like, whoa, metal bits in the middle. Whee. Uh-oh. Yay! Made it! Just got to get back across the other side now. Right, first job is to get some GCPs, some ground control points like we did yesterday. I'm going to use the orange target pads again, and because it's such a large area, I'm probably also going to put some spray down in areas where it's kind of light ground so that the software can see the blue crosses. Once I've got the GCPs today, I'm actually going to pick them up with my GPS kit before I fly the drone, not after, because yesterday I picked up one of the GCPs and hadn't picked it up with my GPS. I just wasn't thinking, so I lost one. So going back to the old process, it's supposed to be super windy, and it kind of did say on the app like no fly, but actually I really don't think it's as bad as it was yesterday, so I want to try and get up in the air as soon as possible in case it starts to get super windy. Number one in. I'm probably going to use the truck now to drive down this kind of like haul road and put the rest in and pick them up. It's quite nice on a job like this to take the advantage of being able to use the truck rather than having to walk miles, which I know is a little bit lazy, but actually it's just about getting the job done a little bit quicker. Wind's okay. Gets a bit sketchy when the gusts pick up, but so far so good. So first mission is in the bag. It was quite a decent flight, to be fair. It's used 2.5 batteries. What's really frustrating is that because I'm doing kind of long traverses with the drone, is that I don't really want the battery to get any less than 25% before I bring the drone back, just because I don't really know the capabilities of the batteries and how long they'll last, so I just always want to make sure that I can get the drone home. Again, that's something that's going to come with experience of flying, but what I'm going to do is put all 4 batteries on charge and then grab some fuel for the truck, pick up a few more GCPs, and then start again with some more GCPs for the next mission, which is the other side of site. That's it, folks. That vlog had to stop slightly abruptly, I'm afraid, as I got a call from one of my kids, not from them, from the nursery that they're at, to say that they're quite poorly, so I had to go and pick them up, and the job ended. Luckily enough, I managed to get all of the footage that I needed for that survey. But there you go. There's 2 days of me doing surveying in construction with a drone, and I'm absolutely loving it. I will be sharing the ups and downs of drone surveying on this channel. If you're interested, go ahead, click the like button and subscribe. It's good to be back. It's good to be back in construction and to show you guys I'm actually still working.